wrote you a letter, would I have a chance? Would you read my letter if I had it sent? If I wrote you a letter now, would I have a chance? If I wrote you a letter and oh now, wrote you a letter, wrote you a letter now. Why didn't you warn me? Why didn't you let me know? Let me know. You could have let me down, slow it up, but you broke me on the phone. If I wrote you a letter, would I have a chance? Would you read my letter if I had it sent? If I wrote you a letter now, would I have a chance? If I wrote you a letter now, would it even be read? If I wrote you a letter now, if I wrote you a letter if I wrote you a letter and oh now, wrote you a letter, wrote you a letter now. Why didn't you warn me? Why didn't you let me know? Let me know. You could have let me down, slow it up, but you broke me on the phone. If I wrote you a letter, would I have a chance? Would you read my letter if I had it sent? If I wrote you a letter now, would I have a chance? If I wrote you a letter now, would it even be read? If I wrote you a letter now, if I wrote you a letter now, a letter.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today, as it's the 50th episode, I thought we'd do a world tour, but I'm just looking. I had the shader. I thought I'd do it with the shaders on today, but it is looking rather choppy, and the CPU, the GPU is going a bit nuts. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, as it's the 50th, I thought we'd have a little wander around in all the crazy things that we built, and in all the work that I've done in the past week since our last stream. So actually, before we go, I'm going to get back into the safety of this booth, and we'll take a little look here at the map. Because what we'll do is I've decided we'll start up. Is your computer going all screwy as well, Royalty? You have to tell them in that office I need to get it all fixed. But today we're going to start up here at the mob farm. We'll have a little wander down here to the end temple. That's still, well, it's that stationary there for months now, because I keep looking at the amount of blackstone that's needed, and it's just phenomenal. But then we'll head down to my main base, and we'll also go to some of the farms, because I've completed how many stations is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 stations we now have accessible. from the rail network. You see here what I did over the course of the weekend. You can just make out the line as it goes through here, and it twists and it goes across as it heads back to spawn. That trip is 21 minutes and 55 seconds, and we'll be doing that today. But yeah, we've got the spawn area that we'll have a little look at as well. And depending on how we are for time, we could always have a little wander down to Chris's zone and up to Roll T's zone as well, because we have the massive ocean that we carved out. But we'll get started with this area. So I don't know if I'll leave the shaders on for the duration, but we'll start off with them in any case. Oh, I just think I've definitely got my elytra still on here, haven't I? But this is, we built this on one of the streams. This is the mob farm. And we also have a relic from the 115. This is the sugarcane farm, the zero-tick sugarcane farm. Decommissioned now. I think I've turned off all of the switches, so it should be locked in the off position. But I made sure before we updated to 116 that I put absolutely tons into the thing. You're hoping to finish it off, but you decide to nap instead. I don't know, part-timers. Underneath here in the dark and the shadows, with the shaders on, this is our storage area for all of the various junk from the mob farm, and all of the sugarcane. In fact, you know what? Whilst we're here, let's make some more rockets, because I can take a few more back to base with us when we go there. So some of that, and there should be. There we go. Let's quickly craft these ones up. Let's put those on there. Oh, should we go really mad? Should we make some Flight Duration 3 rockets just because we don't need them? There we go. They'll mix nicely into the bunch because they can't be stacked with everything else. There's still space to put that back in there. I'll keep the paper for later. I think royalty. I think it was when we had our little sort of like New Year fireworky display. I could be wrong, but I think that was the last time that you were on. No, I missed that one above there as well. If you'd known that's what you were doing, you wouldn't have let him nap. I say part-timer he is. Also, put as well, I mean, the switch here, actually I could probably get rid of the switch here because it's useless now, because that would turn on the sugarcane farm. But to turn the other farm on, the mob farm, if I just fly back out. And can we get that? Yep, there we go. So this now should start chucking them off. Oh yeah, look at all them coming down. 28th of January. Oh yeah, he's not been on for even longer than that. I mean, he went on for only like 5 minutes after one of my streams. Maybe it's about 4 months ago, perhaps. Then of course there's yellow guy who's never joined at all. I'm just going to turn this farm off here because we don't need that one active. And what I'll do is, ooh, where's the bed? I can't tell where it is with the shaders on. No, that's too far. That's too far. It's somewhere over here. There should be a bed. Tell you what, we'll just go up to the AFK spot. Nope, it's all going horribly wrong. There we go. Let's quickly sleep here. Has my audio gone? I'm not hearing anything from the game. Oh, that could be why. Oh, there we go. I can just sort of hear it in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that at all. Anyway, let's fly down here, and I'll show you the next build on our tour. That's a schematic over there, by the way, as well. Because that's where one of the interchanges, well, was going to be. I need to actually get rid of that one and move it somewhere else now, because I've changed the layout of the tracks again. Is it still too quiet for the stream? Because I can see the wiggly lines, but they're very, very low. But this, though, if you remember the couple of weeks we spent excavating this, I think it was a lot easier digging this out than what it was draining the ocean. But I still need about it was like 30 boxes of blackstone. Ooh, let's just land there. What's it? Is that another build for you to do on your base, or is it another build that that you're working on? Because I know that Chrissy had he deleted all of your creative worlds because he didn't back them up, did he? When he cleared his ultra porn off your machine. Let's just go on this hill and we'll have a look down into this valley, though. But the idea for the current stage is all of this is going to be that type of blackstone all the way around here. This mountain here still has to come down. The mountain that I'm standing on here has to come down. I had to make room for a new collection. But eventually, though, everything will basically be cleared in a square around this to start with. I do have plans for the surrounding areas, but that's a long way off considering how long this particular project's been on pause for. Like I say, every time I look at just the volume of blackstone required, I change my mind about working on it. Is Chrissy imagining messages being sent to him again? But when this is complete here, you've got these long walkways that descend all the way into the end portal. I think it's more likely that Chrissy's gone nuts, Roti. Oh, beneath here as well, I'm thinking about filling it with lava. But like I said, this is all like massive work in progress. I'll get to it eventually. But I still need to take down all of these mountains. Need to go. This side is all right. There's a few little blocks here and there that need to be taken down. But I'll get to it. Right, that's well for this area up here. That's pretty much it. What we'll do now is we will head into the into the Nether. Actually, I'll tell you what, we can briefly have a look at the end as part of our little tour today, because we'll just end up back where we were a minute ago. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, did that just spawn in? Yeah, the shaders in this texture pack. Can't really see anything. However, you see the lights running around here? This is when we spawn the dragon in, we can get rid of all of the towers just with a click on this button. Each one of these has TNT. This one's got like nearly a stack in, but the rest have only got like a couple in. If I fly over here. Ooh, no, don't fall off again. Yeah, see, just like 11 in these ones over here. But with that light there is on, that means that there is TNT in the dispenser ready to go. I don't know if we're not... Ooh, that was close. Somewhere around here. In fact, it's right here. Oh, this is really, really dangerous. Where is it? It's got to be over here. Oh no! This is just too risky. Somewhere here is a hole. Because I needed some obsidian because I didn't have any, so I carved out a complete one of these. Actually, that orange glow there looks actually quite nice. That with the water reflecting. It looks incredibly dangerous with shaders. That's I can't risk going. Cause I know that the hole is here, and if I do it, I know I'll fall down it. Can I use? Oh, hang on. I can use a torch. But yeah, I took out the entire column. An afternoon's work. But I have plenty of obsidian now. Right, let's make our way to the middle. And we'll go back to the overworld. It should put us back at the mob farm. Yeah. Alright, let's have a quick snack as well before we continue. So, we're on our way back to my base now, but we're not going there directly. We have to make a couple of stop-ups. As long as the shaders let us, that is. Right, it'll probably be... Alright, right, I'll tell you what, I will do it in the... Oh, this is going to be lethal, isn't it? So yeah, we did my hoops, our navigation hoops as well. Oh, is that where it was? Oh, a little bit further down. I'm looking for another part of this passageway. There it is. Next question, did I put a spare door? Oh, I did put a spare door in here. Here we go. Have a little look out there with these shaders and that on there. I wish it had connected textures though for the glass with these with this texture pack and shader pack. Here we go. So this is where I keep the turtles for the odd time that I need them. Oh, good sneeze. Oh, there we go. Start sneezing again. But just a little way from here, we might not be able to see it. Oh, there it is. I can just make out the glass in the murky depth. But over here, I should have actually brought the resources to do this with. I could have showed you. But this is for the corals, so we can farm those here. I don't actually even know if that is. It'll be quite difficult to see, I think, in... Let's just get this moving a bit. Yeah, so the idea is, if this wasn't with the textures on, it would be a lot easier to see. But we'll come along here, and you just basically smash them. Oh, it must have some bone meal in it. We'll just come along here. I think I might have my silk touch on me. Oh, I've actually picked up some of them in my inventory as well. I'll take those back to base first. Oh, I made this really, really tight to get in and out of, didn't I? But there's certainly been no mobs coming in here. I tell you what, actually, I'm just going to dump those in there for now. So yeah, just got a few odds and ends there. So if you ever need any of those, you can just come up to this farm here. But whilst we're here as well, we're going to look for the mystery farm. The one that I struggle every time now to try and find where it is. I know it's that way. Oh, hang on, is that the sun going up or down? Sun's going down. Well, actually, that might help us. I'm fairly confident it's this way a bit. Right, let's land here. Maybe it's not. Let's try and land somewhere around here. Once this gets darker, it's going to get worse and worse, isn't it? So we'll watch out for any like light sources. There you go. Nice sunset over the jungle. Is that? No, I thought that was their lights over there. So we're looking for a glow. It might not be in this section. Actually, you know what? We could. We zoom down here. Ah, right. We need to go west. Can we see it? Looking for the light. Should be just southeast. Yeah, I'm. Ooh, hang on. Where's he going? I thought they couldn't spawn on top of the on top of leaves. Right, let's have a look. So there should be, if we go south, a little bit of water, and then it's just across from there. So this way is south. Let's fly up. There it is. It's got to be there. Yeah, I'm right on top of its tree. Here we go. Yeah, melon and pumpkin farm. Don't actually know what's left underneath here, because I don't often need to come here. I took a load back to base and that was it. So there's that many pumpkins left in it, and ooh, there's a lot of melons in there. A whole lot of melons. Oh, right, just shy of two double chests. Yeah, this is hidden away in the dungeon. There is a compass in my base that does lead to this lodestone, though. Oh, hang on. Is there a bed? Is there a bed? There it is. Hey, you've been there. You've been here just the once, just to say you found it. It's quite. I've got quite a few cats here to guard it. Otherwise, I'm getting hit by skeletons, but at least the creepers won't. Oh, this is making takeoff. Takeoff's getting very, very difficult with the shaders here. There we go. We're in the air. All right, let's go south. And actually, what's our durability like? Right, we'll fly south back to base rather than go back through the Nether. But see here, it's not too far from. Yeah, because that'll be where our portal was, where we came through. So it's not overly far from it. At some point, though, the rail network is going to come over this bit of the ocean as well. And the melon pumpkin farm, I've decided I wasn't going to put it, the melon farm or the I wonder what they're called. The other farm that we went to just a minute ago. I wasn't going to put rails to those, but I thought I might as well. So like that one will have an underground station at the melon farm, whereas the other one will just terminate next to its next to where that portal is. Here we go. This is all lit up, so we must be getting close. Here we are, back home. I've slowly been expanding the torches. I'm slowly pushing them further and further south each time. Actually, while we're down here, I did this in one of our streams as well. And the actual building of this farm was, we did that special Sunday stream, where it was a making of episode / stream. So we recorded the episode and we edited it all together in the space of one stream. There we go, skeletons are at it. And we also have the spiders there as well. And, ooh, behind this wall as well, I left that that channel open so that we could, if I can get across, yeah. So if you go to the very end of there, you can shoot arrows down at these guys here, and that will get you the achievement for the 50. Right, let's seal that off there. I should have tons. Actually, what have I got in the way of bones? I'm gonna need some. I just need some bones anyway. I'll take those with me. Tons of arrows, and now we've got much junk. We've got a few bits. Hang on, we've got a hop minecart there. Is that one of the missing ones? Or is that? Ooh, I better leave that hopper minecart where it is. I think I know where that's broken from. Is that the one that you spend the most time on? Yeah, right, let's head up out of here. Rockets, where are they? There they are. There goes. There's our... Get a screenshot of that. That's where our skeleton farm is. The path as well that deteriorates as it goes into the desert. That's how we'll wander up into our actual base. I'll get the chunks to render in, and then we'll explore. Quick fly around. Kelp farm. Oh, and there's the chunks there, all popping in. There we go, landed. So I've got my cow farm here. Actually, how am I doing? I'm actually on the stake today because I've been generating more. A few of them have missed, but I'll not bother processing those at the moment. This is the original cave where I started off from, like setting up camp. But now it's been converted into the railway station for this area. Except, as I said, for the past 3 weeks, this wall will get exchanged for something else. I'll decorate it properly at a later date. It's just more I need it functional at the minute. But yeah, I've been trying royalty like as much as I can to come over and process the steak as much as I've got loads of potatoes, because we've got the crop farm as well, the automatic one, well, semi-automatic. So I've just been doing the potatoes, living off those. Underneath here though, as well, I've got an absolute load of these skeleton horses, because after AFKing for a while, they just tend to spawn all over the place. Yeah, you're just trading with all your villagers. Ooh. Oh no, close the gate. Hey, bouncy. Yeah, bony ponies. I've named a couple of them, but I haven't named all of them. So, you know, we've got Death, of course. Where are the other ones that are named? Shadow, War. What else have we got? I think there's like 5 of them that are named. I just got to like try and find them in this mess. Did Royalty kill your skelly horses? There's loads of them keep on popping up at spawn as well. Because half of these I actually brought back from spawn after I built the post office. I can't see where... there's too many in here. I can't actually see really what I'm even looking at. But there's plenty in there. Yeah, it's these are the for the horsemen of the apocalypse. Yeah, there's probably a pestilence in there as well. I just can't find them. Where are we going next then? Right, let's have a little bouncy up here. So up here we've got the portal, which is in like the most awkward place I could have possibly put it. I've got my sort of to-do list. So actually, some of these were done. A smelter, we've already got it. It's over there. Trident farm, you know, and Tridents are the most useless thing, but we might as well make a farm for them to say we've got one. I still haven't identified an area to build the slime farm. Oh, you back to work now, Royalty? I'll have fun. Trying to beat up too many other members of staff. What else have we got here? The wood farm, I still haven't built a tree farm yet. An evil fish farm, I still haven't built that. I mean, technically we've got a witch farm, it's just not a particularly good one. So I'll leave that definitely on there. Mega storage. See, at the minute, everything is kind of like stored in like my little storage thing, but there is storage underneath each farm for each item. But there's no centralized storage yet. No fights tonight then, royalty. Oh yeah, right, the potion factory. I had like a weird vision in my head, you know, one of those headaches with pictures of what I'm going to do for that. But I haven't even started mocking it up in a creative world yet. The trading hall, I've mocked up a little bit of it in creative because I'm going to make a prison island just off the shore here. What else we got? A creepy creeper farm, or creepy creeper disposal machine, and that was to get rid of the head that we had in storage for the vile creeper. And on the back here, the cookie store, which I started work on and then just got mixed up with some other projects. Or the bunker for a special project, that's still a work in progress. And the docks and the lighthouse. See, the lighthouse is going to go on top of here. However, the week that I was about to do it, Corrales released a video, and I didn't want to feel like I was trying to copy them because I don't just put hermits in my titles for clicks. So I sort of stopped production on that one completely. I will get back to it eventually. But over here as well, we have actually, have I updated this map? I think that's up to date. It looks like it's up to date. Yeah, it's got that building up there. I must have updated it recently. Every now and again I pick them up and I fly around the base. Starting to get dark now as well. I quite like that. Look at that on the obsidian. It almost looks like, you know, it's sort of like smooth. Just like if it had been in lava. Right, we will go into our house now. We'll have a little walk around there. And then we'll use the bed in it as well to sleep. But yeah, this is my modern house. It's the first time I ever built anything in this sort of style, based off a photograph. I'm actually doing another one as well in creative, just every now and again when I get a chance, based off a photograph as well, that I've seen of like this sort of design of house. It's still a work in progress because it looks, my creative one looks horrendous at the minute. But downstairs here we have our dogs and a cat, and out here, yeah, that's the one that was named by one of the viewers. What else we got down here? Oh, well, down here is not really that much. There's a storage bit, all the tools and what have you. We have tea and coffee making facilities because that's the most important thing here on the server. And then up here we have our bed, and we have all of the pictures of the girls. So Speckles, Casserole, Misto, and Barbledq. Another Misto. We have a Raspberry Pi computer over here, of course. Also as well, I completely forgot. I remembered it in January, and then throughout the entire February I completely forgot about it, but we've now been using our Raspberry Pis for a server here for now over a year. And apart from, well, actually the only glitches that have been caused, but yeah, there was one glitchy version of paper which caused it to crash, which is fair enough, that's out of my hands. But the other one was the SSD drive, which just seemed to be causing loads of bother. We've moved back to the SD card, a really expensive SD card. Now that's in here. I was actually saving it for another project, but I decided to use it in this one here because it's is it a 256 gigabyte? But it's one like those super high spec ones, and it's 70 quid. The Raspberry Pi motherboard only costs 77. Right, let's quickly sleep in here. There we go, daytime. So you see that is where the interchange comes out there. You can see where the rail tracks disappear in the distance as well there. Right, let's hop through here and let's start heading into some of the other areas of the base now. And once we've gone around this base, we're going to turn the shaders and that off and go back to default. I'm assuming does it look? I mean, yes, there is motion blur, but that's actually part of the the shaders. Is it coming through choppy on your ends? Because I wasn't sure. Because I mean, the GPU has calmed down. It's not running at 100% now. It's dropped down to like normal levels now. I'm just never quite sure. But anyway, before we get onto that one, this is one of the farms that we built quite recently. I think it was only a month or so ago. It's not coming through choppy, is it? Oh, that's all right. Cause I was just a bit concerned because depending on what we're doing, I mean, like so when we play Cyberpunk, I like purposefully drop the frame rate to 30, and I cap the game at 33 because that's what its weird limit is. And otherwise, like if we're doing things like Minecraft normally, you just leave it at 60. But yeah, I wasn't sure if I would, with having this with these shaders on. I wasn't sure if I'd have to drop it because it all used to run perfectly until that Windows update a few months ago. But underneath here, we've got our cactus farm, which is almost full. To be honest, once this is full, I'm not going to bother shulkering them. I'm just going to let them despawn. I don't need any more than that. Can provide. It just works passively in the background. It's not a huge one. But I mean, we've almost filled that, and I've also filled the one in the storage area. But lots of these farms, I'm purposefully not making like super industrial massive ones. I'm letting quite a few of them just be passive farms. They work in the background. They require very little CPU on the server to run. So it's just nice and efficient. There's no mad rush. Not in any rush for any of it there. The same as what we built here. In like the tutorial / stream. There you go, we just saw that trigger there. So in here we have bamboo. Is that bamboo? Or is that sugarcane? That might be sugarcane in this texture pack. Yeah, this is the bamboo, that one's the sugarcane. Oh, there you go. You see there, it just works passively in the background. There's minecarts down the bottom that I can jump up. Yeah, you can kind of like see they're in there. That's shut, yeah. Yeah, it just works peacefully in the background. Actually, how much have we got in here? Bamboo, chest and a bit. I did actually use a load of it for sticks because I couldn't bother to go to the witch farm. But we've got that in there. But I've also put these out the back here because I didn't want to keep wasting shulkers on the sugarcane. So we've got a fair bit of that here, plus dozens and dozens over at the actual farm. But we've kind of like glossed over two of them though. So we've got our iron farm. I've upgraded this again to make it compatible with 1.16 because there was some glitches coming with some of the villagers that were escaping. I experimented with two corrections from my... Let's just fire up here. From that like massive in-depth tutorial video I made. I experimented with two different modifications and both of them produced the exact same rates. I personally would go for that modification as opposed to with the trapdoors. Plus that takes less resources. But since making that, the volume of iron that we have, because when we went to 1.16, I was actually concerned we were actually going to run out. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. I haven't been down here to convert any of this for a while. I'll convert all that when I haven't got these textures on. It just gets a bit frustratingly dark underneath there. But down here as well, out of service. So our AFK fisher, I've left it here purposefully as a like the zero tick farm is a monument. But this was the disco one that we used for the streams. So if I flick that switch there, and I can get back out. There we go. And I'm just going to drop a rocket in. Probably couldn't see that because of the because of the water. But yeah, everything that came up that you fished would come up there. So the idea was you would guess the loot. Yeah, you got loads of eggs that stream because it was like 6 hours or something that we did on that one, like give or take. But there was also, this was my original AFK fisher here before I made the disco one, and this is also the one where Ergo managed to get himself killed every time he used it. Alright, what else have we got down here then? So let's follow the paths round again. I still haven't built these bridges any more than just being a few slabs, because I don't really know how to build bridges. It's a work in progress. But we have the snow farm, so we can get actually how much have I got in here? Because I needed all of this to take up to the cartography district. Oh yeah, there's still loads of snowballs in here. That many. I needed to build the white map. So if we go out here, zoom out, and if we go up to the cartography district, there you go. So that's one entire map. And eventually I may maybe do some more maps up here. It's just the insane volume of resources required each time you do it. But, what else have we got down here then? So this is the automatic crop farm. I don't have any crop to show you it working, but I'll just go downstairs. This is why I've been just sticking with the potatoes. I'll grab those potatoes there, and we'll harvest those. We'll make a set just so I can show it working. So as with quite a lot of these builds, I've gone with the brick theme as a thing that I've never really built with before, but just to make it that extra bit difficult for me to build everything. It just takes so long to gather up the clays and stuff. Just when you've got that villager. But the way this all works, just crouch once the machine's turned on, and oh, there we go. I only had a handful of potatoes there. Yeah, that's that. And that's what I've been doing to get like all my. As much as I've got all these wheat fields, they're purely decorative. Over here, completely decorative. Because I don't use any of these, all the potato ones up here, because I just use that machine there now. But moving on next, as we go around, we have the wool farm, and this is my server-friendly, ridiculously efficient wool farm. It just works passively in the background. It has minimal redstone components. It's not susceptible to crashing if anything breaks on the server, or if like a chunk like it's slightly out of range or something like that, or it's got no the normal sort of like redstone-y clock things that would break, because it just works on the randomizers. I love making circuits that require this, where you have a redstone ore with an armor stand on top, and that changes every 60 to 70 seconds at random. So as long as you're not bothered about it being precise, because that's exactly the same how those farms work over there. The exact same mechanic. It just sends out those random signals to work every now and again, uncrashable basically. So it'll just work passively in the background forever. Well, in this case, as long as you feed it with shears. But I let all the shears burn out. If we go downstairs into the wool storage, and I'll show you why. Assuming it's not too dark down here. They were built this sort of entranceway as well on stream, I think. At least half of it anyway. I finished it like a month ago. I just finished it off these walls. I couldn't think what else to decorate it with, so I just went with the basic thing. But yeah, we have absolutely tons of wool from this. And when these lights are on, that means that that wool type is full, or near enough full anyway. And the lights are on for every single one of these silos. But yeah, we have plenty of wool for all of our builds. Right, let's head on up out of here then. Zoom around here. Oh, was that the sun going down again? Above here, I had like a void space, but I decided a little while ago I've turned this into Ergo's apartment. So welcome to Ergo's. It's got pictures of the girls, of course. Various crafting facilities. Yeah, posters of chickens on these walls. Oh yeah, just grab whatever you need, Chrissy, in the from the wool. There's absolutely tons of it. Yes, it sounds like maybe we should build a restaurant, Ergo's, it's Spawn or something like that, and put like food and what have you in it. Yeah, he's got his little bed, his armor. His floor's made out of barrels, so it's got plenty of storage. But this is all of his stuff actually that he has in here. This is all of his possessions, including the beacon. I don't know where he got that from. To be fair, yeah, come down the fire escape out of Ergo's place. It's Ergo's apartment. I should have actually slept in his bed. We'll go over to what's in his fancy chest. I don't think there's anything in his fancy chest. Remind you of somebody? Let's have a quick nap there. So here we have our super smelter. Now originally it was just these 16, and I really think I'm going to have to turn these textures. We'll have a walk around the outside because this looks really nice with these texture packs on the outside, and then we're going to switch back to regular. Yeah, actually that looks really nice as well, doesn't it? The kelp farm. Looks really nice and industrial sort of thing, like a little pen there. But yeah, I love looking at this build with these textures on. It just, you know, just looks like factories that I've seen, you know, that I've been to myself. Then we have another one over here as well. This is the concrete factory. I've used a similar sort of like template design, even though the different sizes, the basic outline for the design, which I've quite liked. You know, I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to these sorts of buildery sort of things. I quite like it. I try to like add as much texture in as I can think of. You know, like there's a mixture of cracked ones on the bottom, and because this side faces the ocean, I put some mossy blocks in as well. You know, as if it's like seaweed or something like that. But only like on the water side. On the other side, it's fine. Just cracked bricks on the other side. But yeah, I like this. And you've got like the industrial piping as well, because the stuff from the kelp farm gets, you know, this is not for efficiency. This kelp farm, this is just for the fun. You know, it produces absolutely tons of loss. You know, we lose stacks of kelp in this mechanism, but it doesn't matter. I say it's all for the fun. That gets filtered up anyway into there and then goes inside, where it's then turned into the dried kelp which we can use in the smelter. Let's just take a little look inside of here, because this looks quite good with the with these textures on. There we go. Right, we're going to go somewhere safe, and then I'm going to turn off the shader pack and these textures. It'll take a few minutes. Actually, let's just go to Ergo's. Should be safe in Ergo's place. Right. Options. Resource pack. 2, 3, 4. And reset. So what's the egg count up to then? Just whilst we're redoing these. How many scarves can you afford now? Right, that's that one. Now I need the shader pack off. 174. I got that one in the post today. I don't know if it's I don't know if that tracking thing lets you track it where it is, or if it's just a reference to see whether or not it's arrived or not. I'm not certain. Uh-oh. I've broken Ergo's his picture. I got any blocks on me? Of course I haven't. Where's your crafting bench? think it's just a reference. Cycle through till he gets his poster back. Because we have our custom texture pack. At some stage, yeah, there we go. Right, there we go, before we break anything else. Let's have a quick snack. Yeah, I know. trashing his apartment. But here's the kelp farm. I tell you what, we will fire this off, but we'll have a look inside of the smelter first. We'll have a little rummage in there, and then we'll set that off just so we can see it running. So as I was saying before, we decided it was too dark. It was originally just 16. Half a stack at a time. However, later on, a couple of months after, if I can just get through this labyrinth here, I extended it a little bit further so that we can get through where we get like a few more stacks on the go. But it's all lockable as well, so you can get XP from this without any hassle. You just flick a few switches. Let's just hop through here. There we go. So if I wanted to like lock it, I'd put that there, and that would lock everything, so I can take XP out of everything if I want. This here sets off the kelp harvester. Simply load whatever we want to smelt into here. If I've only got like a small amount of stuff, like so those steaks that hadn't been done, I just put them in here until I've got like a decent amount to chuck through in one go. Through the back here though is the fuel store. So we'll add fuel to the smelter by coming here. You pull on this chain, and you can take a block of kelp out, or a stack of kelp out even. Up here is suspended from the ceiling is the little oven. So yeah, this is quite a bit left. Actually, how is it doing for kelp in there? That's all right for a demonstration. We're going to lose most of it anyway. I'm not fussed. So what we're going to do now is I'll press that. And that should give us a few seconds before it starts to get over here. There it goes. So we have a flying machine down there that's going to break it. Put the hitboxes on, you can see it all coming up. And we have to give it a chance to as much of it as we can to get to the surface. Only got a little way to go. I think this is about 100 long. I think that's what I made. If not, it's close. Ooh, our inventory's starting to get some kelp in it now as well. Let's just get rid of that. But rather than halve it, normally when you do this, you have you normally have it come up and you have water flowing off to the side. I've done tutorials on my Bedrock series showing that, but this time I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something completely different. It's not efficient, but it's fun. We have a second double flying machine. Double because it's twice the fix, because it's not just slime, it's also honey blocks as well. And in a few moments, there we go. And you see here, it propels the kelp to the end where it's collected. It doesn't propel all of it. There's a few stragglers you can see here. It's just some escaping the boundaries as well there. But with the hitboxes on, you can see it all getting launched down, which is what I quite like. There's some getting dragged along in the background here as well. Can you see it all starting to get drawn down? Because it gets to the very end and it gets pulled down. There you go, we've lost a few stacks there. And you can see there, all of that's waiting to get collected. And if we go underneath here... Ooh. You see they're working to empty it out. Oops. Oh, I tapped on that one by mistake. See, it's separated out a few bits and bobs because we've got the kelp and what have you. Sorry, the fish and what have you there as well. Let's just dump what we've got there into there. We'll get out of here. I can manually trigger it to go off from down here as well, apart from in the control room upstairs. But if all's going according to plan, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Actually, I think it's you can just start to see the kelp. You see how some of it there, and you can. I think you just caught some of it there going up. Yeah, you can see the little thing there as it's going up. So it comes out of the ground. It comes along here, it goes along there, up into there. Where if we zoom around here, go in there. We should see at least one of these on. Like I say, it's not very efficient. One of them is cooking stuff. Eventually, the others will start and catch up. But yeah, that's the kelp farm. We also still have our message from the inspector that came to check this place. We need to make sure everything's all up to code in case the inspector comes to inspect the next place, which is the concrete factory. So inside of the concrete factory, we use TNT to when we make the concrete storage area is below. I've spent a lot of time here in the past week making tons and tons of white concrete for the train lines, which we're going to start exploring very soon because there's a lot of distance to cover. But what we'll do is I'll just grab. I must have some sand and gravel handy. 3. I need 4 at least. What have I got left in there? Right, I still got this one from the other day. Right where I go for my sand is right next to a gravel biome. So when I go for my sand, I can go and get that as well. Right, and we've got bones, so we can manufacture some of that. Alright, that'll do. 48, just to get to build something. But up here, see, for health and safety for the inspector, you see, I put railings all around the outside so you don't fall down. But to use the concrete machine, turn it on. I don't know if it's coming through on your speakers or not, but once this machine turns on, I'll float down. There's an alarm that goes off, and now you can't walk through the entrance. You get stopped. Because underneath here there's actually gates, and the gates close, which turns them into fences, so they block you. I mean, you can still crouch and get under them, but you know, health and safety. Let's ooh. Oh, that was my last rocket. Oh, I'm gonna have to get another stack. So yeah, I put so we didn't have to keep using the stairs. I put this little landing platform in here. But all we've got to do is put the first 2 in, and then activate the water. And then this is basically where I stand. See, we only had a handful there, so we'll just let that go. And you can see there, it all gets turned in, pushed down there, and well, to a point, it detonates. The last handful I've just got to do manually. But I'll leave this all in here. I'll tidy up this mess later. Right, let's zoom down here. And next on our little tour, I've almost finished my base area. This is our cobble farm. So this is based on El Mango's mini cobble generator, which is more than enough for well, for my needs anyway. I'll flick that. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Yep, it's going. There you go. You see there, it's all flying in the cobble. Let's just put that there. I did put a little bit of a weird mechanism in here as well, because I didn't want to have to raise. This is the height I wanted this build at, and I didn't want the storage to be raised high up. So I rigged it so that the top one fills, and when this is full, it then lets more into the lower areas. So there's always the most cobble is always at the top. But yeah, that's the little cobble farm. And here, right in the middle of everything, is our storage area. So it's all roughly sort of categorised in groups. Tell you what, if I got sand here, let's put that there. I'll put the loose gravel back in there, and I'll stick the bones in there. I'll tidy all these up properly later on. I've got one of these fancy chests down here as well. Do we need... I'll tell you what, I will dump off some rockets while I'm here as well, because I did bring... Oh no, I already emptied that of a shulker, didn't I? I'll carry these rockets then. Oh, actually, we didn't quite finish here, because I just thought we need to go down to some of the farms at the south. I'm going to zoom down here. I can't remember what colour I wanted. Do I have any in stock? Oh, I don't. Oh, in that case, never mind. I got a little bit of black, but I bet it's not black. I bet it's yellow that I want. Right, I'll fix that later. Right, I'm going to go and see if I've got some stairs. A few stairs and just some stone blocks will cover us for what I need to take down. Craft stone. Right, I'll just take a stack. I'll take a stack of that. That should be more than enough. Oh, you need like a dozen blocks, but you know, I might as well just take down a full stack. But yeah, that's basically it for across my base here. We have here the fire tick tree, and that is for tracking like rule errors on the server. So fire spread should be turned off. If in the event another accident occurs during an update that makes fire spread turn back on, this tree will burn down. So that's what this tree's for. I've still got zones as well in the storage area to fill up as well. Oh, and these are leftovers from last week's build. Still to be put away. Oh, and congratulations to the Discord for suppressing my notifications. On a side note though, ReviewTech USA have a new video out. What's this? Oh, politicians blame video games again. Because of course they never do anything wrong, do they? Anyway, what we're going to do now is though, we are going to go on our new rail line. And I'll show you the bits that have been connected up. So over here I have some tickets. So, oh actually, that's just blank paper, I'm going to leave that in there. So I've made tickets for everything in my area. But these stations here are the only ones that are actually active. So I've got one that will take me to my base. I've got one that takes to the slime farm, the witch farm, and the ice farm. Oh, was it a politician in Turkey a few years ago that clearly had never even seen Minecraft or played it or knew anything about it, but she was trying to get it banned in the country by saying that Minecraft abuses women. You know, there's not even... I mean, the villagers, I would say, are pretty much gender neutral. But, because that was something that ReviewTech USA covered a couple of years ago, and it was also in a few of the other ones. And it just infuriates us when you hear like the politicians trying to pull that sort of thing. Yeah, you have to look at it. I don't know if it was Turkey. It was somewhere in that direction. Definitely at the like the east side of the Mediterranean kind of zone. Yeah, that's basically what they all say, isn't it? It's just complete and utter rubbish. Anyway, We have then 4 active stations. Which one? Well, the base one doesn't count. Where would you like to visit first? Would you like to go to the ice farm, the witch farm, or the slime farm? Which one should we go to first? I tell you what, whilst you're deciding, this was the entrance to my original mine, and I started hollowing it out, and then I got distracted and I started doing another project, and then I came back down here, and I can't remember what I was hollowing the space out for. You'll see down here, these here, that one there goes eventually nearly all the way back to spawn. You know, this is where I got like basically all my diamonds from. This thing is thousands of blocks. Oh, hang on. Yeah, let's get out of here because that spawn is active, isn't it? But want to go to the slime farm though. But it's same again down here. Tunnels that go off for thousands of blocks. There we go, back on the stairs again. Quick snack. Right, slime farm. So when this network is spread throughout the entire server, you either need to grab a ticket, or if you're going to spawn, you don't need a ticket. You just need to press that button. But if you're going anywhere else, right, slime farm, throw the ticket in. Here we go. And we'll hit the first interchange, which is the only interchange which is going to be underwater. Down here we get sorted onto our track. You probably just saw the redstone flicker to change the tracks because we want to go south. And there we go, that's the track. The interchange is now reset back to default. Here we go. So our base will slowly disappear in the background. This takes a few minutes as well to travel. But I really wish my videos on that interchange could get more views on YouTube. Because I mean, it's probably the best thing that I've ever designed is that interchange. It was inspired originally by the if you remember the previous season of RavenCraft, and they were making the HRN for the Hermit Rail network, and I thought they would build some kind of a fancy mechanism for like traveling around the world. It turns out they didn't. They just made like a thing where you press a button where you actually stop at the interchange, and you press a button to say whether you want to go left or right. Whereas I didn't like that, so I spent ages. I did a few videos where I went through basically the progress as I was developing the redstone for it to make a fully automatic one, which is this one. You know, you throw your ticket in and that's it. You know, we are going to end up at the slime farm at the end once we get through, because I finished the interchange completely that we were working on last time. We'll get to that in a few minutes. I think we're coming up the corner because I remember it comes up. There's the higher bits, and then it goes across to the corner. Yeah, maybe once the rail network is complete, I'll you know, it'll take many months, but maybe I'll try and like push it everywhere. The problem is I don't know where to share my videos or what have you from, like where to put them. I mean, actually, hilariously today, because you know, like whenever I go live, it automatically shares out to like a dozen of those like useless Facebook groups, and I never bother, like, because they spam the comments of them, and it was actually today I just thought, oh, for like somebody I saw had like spammed on multiple of these groups their Discord, so I thought, all right, I'm going to reply with our Discord, and oh, the abuse that I got off this kid just for simply, you know, returning the spam. I was like, I even put on like the last one saying, you know what, it just proves my point This is why I don't interact with anything on Facebook or anything. Because it's so negative, so toxic. Oh, here's the completed interchange that we worked on last week, so it's all complete. I will come into this so we can have like a closer look, but for now we're on the way to the slime farm. But yeah, that's Facebook for you. But yeah, the abuse from this kid, it was just hilarious. It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I really, if that's your attitude here, I really want to join your toxic little Discord server. There's the slime farm coming into view. So, stick to hours where we share, you know, knitting patterns and discuss tea. What more could you possibly want? This exchange is not far from the stations. I'll just grab that hopper. So here's the... I've only done the redstone for the stations. I haven't bothered actually like making them safe or anything like that. That would be too easy. But over here, if we look down, is our slime farm. When I was here earlier on, there was loads of slimes. Oh yeah, I can just see some of them starting to spawn in now. There we go, they're all starting to drop down. There is like an elevator to get in here, but I find it just as easy just to float down the wall. But yeah, we've got the little loader area as well. I keep it turned off when I'm not using it. Let's just, I'll tell you what, I'll turn it on, then turn it off again. And you can see the little minecarts. They're going to whiz around, and they're going to pick up all the slime. The AFK spot that I put for this is underneath here. So I can come in here and I can click on that chest. So when I know that I've got 2 double chests when I see something filling up in here. But yeah, this was awkward to put in here as well. I had to put very, very tight to send everything up so that I could get a little bit extra storage in here. But yeah, this was a fun one we did on stream as well there, because you know, we had the TNT machines, we did the races. we also did that on another series that we used to work on. You know, the official home of Crapcast. But yeah, that's the slime farm. You can see down there. Yep, that's the one, Chrissy. Yeah, the 3 of us need to get together and do a the final episode, finish it off. Yeah, I've just seen your thing there. Yeah, that's definitely what we need to do. But that's it for the slime farm, though. So next question: would you like to go next to the ice farm or the witch farm? Where would you like to see next? Sorry, the slime. Yeah, the ice farm or the witch farm. I can't remember if I just said the slime farm or not there. I'm going to go ice farm this time. So same again. We will hop into the minecart. I will select ice farm. Oh, I was going to bring a bed to the ice farm, wasn't I? Never mind. So here we go. So now we should leave through the north route. I'll tell you what, I'll just bring back here. You see there's not all the map is rendered in, but you know, it's some of it has, some of it hasn't. I can fix that later. You can see us there moving along the tracks. Slowly. I will make these stand out more because I can draw lines on the map. I just can't remember what the command is to do it off the top of my head. So I'll have to go back to the manual and check it. Down we go. And we are processed into the right one, hopefully. Yep, there we go, we're going north. And the reset, the interchange resets itself. So these interchanges are like the safest places on the server now. Behind those fences, it's impenetrable. No mobs should ever appear in there. Hopefully. I'm not even confident if passive, like friendly ones would even spawn in there, to be honest. These rail lines as well, I mean, I'm not leaving them as suspended rails like they are like this. Well, the way this works is every time you see a redstone block, actually you can't see the coordinates, can you? Every redstone block is on a 10. So likes of that is that's on 70, that's on 80, that's on 90, and every 100 will be a pillar holding it up. But I'm not putting those in until every single piece of powered rail's been put on. The wandering idiot, he might appear on the he'd probably appear somewhere like on the rails and walk down. Here we go, we're crossing a small ocean. So if we go here, you can see on the map there, so we're going to make a right angle in a moment. Oh, the sun's going down. This is probably the worst time to go to this farm. Because this is the most unsafe farm. Because there is no safety at all there. We're probably going to get blown up. Let's see, there we go. We're coming to the corner. Not far now. This one is quite far up in the hills as well, or the mountains even. So it unlike the other ones, which like have to like slide quite far down. This one actually, technically, I could have built it on the level, but I decided to build it like just beneath the farm into the mountainside. And luckily, there's like a gap in the mountain that you can just see rendering in now ahead of us. I was able to, you know, I purposefully lined it up just to get it through this gap. Just see the farm coming into view there. This is why I wanted to bring a bed up here, because it's lethal, because this is all the torchlight there is here. Oh look, they're already here. I get my sword out. Yeah, I thought I didn't have a bed around here. So yeah, this is built into the cliff sort of face here. I'll come back and tidy it up at a different date. Oh, there we go, Review Tech USA just put another video out. What's that one's title? Sony announces PlayStation 5 virtual reality. There we go. This is the ice farm. I'm not going to go into the farm because it's probably going to be a catastrophe. Yeah, right, I'm running away very fast. So yeah, the ice farm is on top of there. It does work. It's incredibly slow because it's only a single module. But I'm going to get out of here really, really quickly because it's not safe. So, which farm's next? See what Ergo's been up to. Come on, before those creepers get here. Abort mission, yep. Put that junk up there, yeah. So yeah, that's the last of the tickets that we've got there. So we'll go to the wish farm. We'll see what Ergo's amassed. I'll just leave the blocks that I was bringing down there. I'll not bother building them. I get Ergo to do tomorrow. Then I'll show you the completed interchange, and then we'll head for spawn. So this line here, what, took a couple of minutes, this one? From there to my base is 6 minutes. I know that much. Take the scenic tour through the mountains. I am considering on part of one of the routes goes over, to spawn goes over an ocean. And I'm debating whether or not to bring it into the ocean, because rather than having to like dry out a whole interchange area, I would just have to make a tube for it to go through. which I think would be all right. But I don't know. In a minute though, I'm going to stick to the way it is. Should put a night vision potion with us, shouldn't I? Here we go. We're not far off the corner now. Once we get back into land. Yeah, the corner should be just here, shouldn't it? Staring off into the distance. What I'll do is, when all the rail lines are complete as well, I'll take a backup of the world, and I'll like set the render distance to like 32 chunks or something like that, and I'll run a server like locally on my machine, set the render distance to about 32 chunks, and then like do a recording across the entire network. Oh, what's going on over there? Some little glitches over there because of the distance I think we're at. And here's the interchange that we built last week. And the moment we'll slide down to that. Most secure facility. And we should go... There you go, you just saw the green redstone trigger. There you go. So that over there, you can see that goes over where it's just turned there. That's the slime farm. Oh, is that the project you were saying the other day that you've been working on in your creative world? Because I know you said that you needed loads of concrete for it, but well, you know where the concrete machine is. just make whatever you need, because it's far easier using that machine. Because I mean, well, look at the sheer number of concrete blocks that I've made and placed in the past week. There's the AFK platform with the other experiments going on. Oops, fell down the hole. a concrete and wall, yeah. Right, I'll just leave those in there. Those will be fine in there. So this is, well, the one that we built on stream is the witch farm, which we have been generating all of the redstone for our rail network. So over the past 2 sessions, Ergo has produced 1 shulker and a bit. He's slacking. And that's what he's done. Well, actually, no, that's what's left, because I think it was down to about here based on what I've placed. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these in here for Ergo, and he can place those. It's just to fill in these gaps here. But I'll do that off stream. Right, what I'm going to do now is, before we go back to spawn, I'm going to quickly show you the completed interchange. See, on the run and safe. So yeah, I ended up finishing the exterior after the stream, and then the following day I built all the interior, and then actually the same thing as where I built those 2 stations and the train lines going between them as well. And the next day I did the ice farm, and then like the 5 days after that or whatever it was is when I built the line. Well, 1 line going to spawn. There needs to be 2. But yeah, all this is all wired up. Everything has a connection. All the sorters are in place. If we go up here, I added something that wasn't in the original schematic, and this is a return to spawn. Just as like it just simply like throws you back. Like if I was on here, I could press that, and that would take me back to the spawn shopping district. But I just thought I'd add that as just an extra safety thing. So if it is incredibly dangerous outside, as it usually is at night time around here, see, look at them all. They're coming. It's like, you know, the zombie movies. This is you know, we get the hordes of them will be scratching at the gates. Right, let's go back in. double doors as well, as you can see there. Added protection. But yeah, the all else fails, you can't escape the spawn. Technical issue is I didn't bring any spare minecarts, but you know, minor issue. I also put this in here. This is just basically to generate sugarcane so that I can make paper for the tickets if I needed some. So that works in the background. And inside of here, another set of double security doors. We have, I think, every crafting station. I don't think I missed one out. I may have. Even though the roof's made out of these as well, I also put one underneath there as well. But I think I've got everything in here. We have storage here as well, so there's plenty, plenty of those. Posters. We have tea and coffee making facilities because that's the most important thing. We have a fancy chest as well. I don't know how those operate though. No idea. Just weird. But yeah, it's daytime now anyway. So yeah, that's one of the interchanges. This is all. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go up here, and if I carefully go up these ladders, you can see in the center is a lodestone as well, so that eventually I'll have compasses that lead to all of these locations. And this is the awkward bit. I will redesign this double trapdoor thing so that it's easier to get in and out. Yeah, there we go. And you can see, I quite like the pattern of that with all the rails all crisscrossing. Take a screenshot. Right, what we will do now is, that is, I think, all of my farm areas. And what we'll do is, for demonstration purposes, we will figure out which direction it was. It's this direction, isn't it? No, it's this one. To get back to one of the regular stations. Now, this is the fun bit. Because we are now going to take a ride on the new line. So I press that, that's the spawn return button, and that doesn't set off. You see, we're just in a minecart on our own, because we don't need a ticket to get back to spawn. You can always throw a ticket in as long as it doesn't register to anything else. 1 second, I'm just going to dismiss that Reject USA notification. Where are we? So at the minute we're going up here into the interchange, and then we're going to go back to our base, and then we're going to take this route. And this is us. We are now locked in for 22 minutes. So I hope you got your sandwiches and a cup of tea. Feeding socks whilst we're on our long train ride. There we go. We're through the sorter, but obviously we're not getting sorted. So the way this works is, this is the default path. So this is where if you have an invalid ticket as well, you'll get sent back to spawn. We'll get a take in the sights as we travel. Has you already eaten twice today? Like tonight, I've most of the day when I haven't been working, I've been had gravy on my knee, giving her snacks. Eating a scrambled egg on my knee. Is he eating like by himself now, or are you still like sort of like feeding him like directly? Because I remember it wasn't eating properly, so it was after he'd had like some of his teeth removed, if I remember right. Oh yeah, he's eating by himself. Oh, but he just wasn't interested in it at the time, was he not? As long as he's munching. I don't know if you watched that little video on YouTube, on Discord that I shared, but the way that I did it, so that you could see more of the terrain, is it was actually filmed in reverse. So you can see more more of the region rendered in by going backwards, and I just flipped the recording. So in a moment, because we're getting to the green area, we should see my base come into view. We'll know we're almost there when the torches start appearing. Hopefully. Is it coming into view? Ah, yeah. There's the random thing, random cliff thing with a tree on top. And yep, some torches coming into view there. So we should be coming almost back to base, and we'll get chucked down into the next sorter, and that'll throw us back on our route. So you can see where the line is where I've brought them, brought them all in. I should have brought one of those Minecraft clocks with me, shouldn't I? We could have had that in the bar on the bottom there. Put it in that slot so you can see it in between the Discord address. Here we go. We're going into the interchange. There's our base. Down into the bottom. And then, because we have got a ticket, we get sorted into this one. Yeah, this is going to be awesome when it's across the entire server. See, that's where the north line terminates. That's as far as I've taken it. It's just like 20 blocks, well, 21 blocks north. But I won't be working on that one for a while yet. I pushed so that I could have like basically the tracks that I have done now for like this week. At the minute, this one, it's double for a little bit, but then eventually it's going to go into single track. Otherwise I would never have got it finished in a week. So I don't know if I'll do it this week, because it was because I need to get more gravel. I need to go back down there. I wanted maybe at least 6 shulkers of gravel, and I've got just under 2 that was all there left. Do another like 6 shulkers of it, and then see how far that gets me. I know I've got plenty of sand for now anyway. And if I need sand, I'll start dismantling that mountain as well that I've got over at the end temple. Ah, here we go. This is where I decided to concentrate on one line only. Let's take a look on the map, shall we? Where am I? So yeah. But you see, each one of these little redstones, this is on the 10s, as I said there, so as it goes through. So there's one of those with 9 concrete in between. Every single one has a powered rail on it. Go further along. Oh, that's one of those remnant things in the overworld. Right, this corner here, there's going to be an interchange on here at a later date. But for now, I've just made it a pass-through track. There we go. See, looking back over, you can see all the chunks and all the terrain that we've come through. Whose idea was to build this? Let's see, how far are we? Oh, we're quite a distance away from that little end thing. I suppose. Yeah, one madman. I don't know who that madman was though. But yeah, so there's loads of so past quite a few villages and what have you. There's some really we're not going to see it all because of the view distance, but there's some really nice looking biomes as we travel through here. I mean, this is quite a nice little open plains area and stuff like that. and we'll not really see it, but there's also where the corner is, there is an awesome looking area. And I'm going to drill a hole straight through these massive mountains. They're nearly to build limit, some of these mountains that are spawned along here. But I don't think we'll get to see it. Because I think we're just out of the render distance. But we'll show it off properly when we build the exchange over there, because it's going to be built eventually. And that'll also house the one of the 2 lines that'll go to your area. Oh, I'm getting another notification there. Congratulations to Discord for suppressing my notifications. Right, let's have a look at it. Oh, we're almost at that. Ah, there it is. So there we go. That's one of the overworld ones. So you can see it as you travel on the rail. Probably pass a few things like this as I build more of the track through new chunks. And the sun's going down. You can just see coming into view now. That is where the build is going to be for the interchange. I've marked it on the map. But obviously I've not built it yet. That's like 4 hours work building one of them. Based on last week's stream. Might be faster to build the interchange, build the redstone, and just cover the area in torches. And then build the walls around it at a later date. There you go, you can see more of it rendering in there. You can see the ghostly outline of the building that's to be as the sun goes down. Yeah, at the minute there is no use for the southern line on that one, that exit there. Here we go. You can, if I try and maybe zoom in and out a bit, you might get to see some of it. You can see a little bit of it, but there's an even taller one just behind it. But I don't think we're close enough to render it in. But that west track will go straight through that. There we go. We've made the corner. So we'll look back on the map. We're going to go north, we're going to go through these 2 sets of mountains, and then this is where the end portal is, the very first one that we went through, and that's the very first Woodland Manor that we did ages and ages ago. Just sort of see that in the background there. I don't know if it's coming through on the stream or not. It's only like a silhouette. Oh, there we go, it's rendered out now. Oh yeah, one of these ones as well. I think I've had a look in the chest on the top, but I don't think there was anything exciting in it. I love some of these, like just some of these biomes. They look awesome. I don't want to mine these. That's why I want to build like little farms, because some of them look really nice as you're traveling through on the rails. So I have to make sure, like when I'm mining, not to build, like not to dig, like directly underneath any of these. Because I don't think I would mine anywhere in this area anyway, because it's just, for me, it's just too far to travel in any case from the base. We're approaching the mountains, and the mountains is where I made a mistake. Let's see if you can spot the mistake as we travel through. I think the first mountain is all right. I think it's the second one where I made the mistake. The mistake that cost me another like 40 minutes. I don't think we're that far off it. So it might not be this mountain, it could be this mountain. We'll find out in a moment. But I do know when I made the mistake, I didn't just do it once, I doubled down on the mistake. Make it a second time. Here we go, we're approaching the mountains. This is as we go through the mountains, there is 2 sets of tracks. I had to do that because I had to keep myself right as I was, because I decided to excavate the mountains and then build the track through it, so I could just continuously move. That was the mistake. I should have built the track and dug out as required. You see here we've got this little bit here that goes through there. I will like decorate this more to make it look like an old mine shaft or something like that. Oh, there's a village over there. To make it look like a mine shaft, I'll put like more decoration. I'll put like wooden pillars and stuff like that to make it look, you know, it could be like an old coal mine or something like that. But here we go. Let's just get through here before any of these zombies around get us. So it wasn't that mountain where I made the mistake. Oh, it's still quite a distance. There's a little village there. I like some of these villages here don't render the same way as like these bigger ones like here do. I like these ones that are like in these like dense forests. They certainly feel like the type of village you might find like in like a deep like a woodcutting community maybe. And we're passing that one. We've got a little market in that one as well. There's some happy endermen. I wonder if I can hack that one off. You know, when this is completely done, we will be spending just one entire stream leaving from like my base or something like that and travelling out to the cartography district. Because I think that'll take the entire duration of like our like standard stream length just to do that. Ooh, nice little dense forested areas now coming up as well. Here we go. Can you spot the mistake that I made? When I decided to carve this mountain out first, before laying any track anywhere near the mountain. Anything stand out about this one as we travel through it? Oh, stay away, creepy. Yep. Incorrect side mined out. So I carved it all out, then I realised, I was like, hang on, this doesn't seem right. So this one I'd carved it out, but I've started to fill it back in, like randomly. I was like just chucking blocks anywhere, but I'm going to have to come back and rebuild these entire caves. I mean, it might even be worth just filling them out and then cutting them out again. See how far we got now. Oh, we're almost at the corner. Not far to go now. When we get to this corner, that is well we left from the witch farm, so it doesn't count. But from my base to this corner is just over 13 minutes. But we also had a couple of extra minutes. Look at this nice flower forest. I need to find one of these closer to my base, a flower forest biome, to build a machine for getting the all the different flowers. That down there is the entrance to that original end portal, and over that way is the that woodland manor. Hope these look good though. Taking another screenshot of that. I quite like the flower forest ones. On my bedrock world, there's like a tiny flower forest. Like just sort of like just north of the base. Thinking of bedrock as well. Next week we will not be on the server. On Tuesday's Minecraft stream, we are going to play. I bought it when it came out like a month or two ago. but we will have the Jurassic World Minecraft Bedrock Edition DLC. So we're going to explore Jurassic World. There is like a game where we've got to make dinosaurs and stuff like that as well. There's like a whole like a crafting thing basically for them. That's what we're going to do next week. So that'll be a nice little change for it. I don't know how long. I don't know like how much it is. I've only ever like explored it in creative, so I don't actually know what you have to do for the for the actual like mini game that they've built in this world. But we'll mess around with that next week. And here we go. We're now going through one of the big jungles. And this one, I carefully planned where this track was going to go because I wanted the track to go between these two trees. Because these are one of the few trees that we would intersect at this height. And I remembered I put 2 lanes just so I could just so I could make sure I was building the right sides. See, because we need to get you on Bedrock Edition as well. You see, if you had got it in time, and I could have like opened up the world. Thinking as well of the future streams and what have you. I forgot to mention it last week, but if all goes according to plan, at the end of March we have another sponsored stream. But that's not until the end of March. But I completely forgot to mention it last week. I was just thinking about future streams there, and because we have this long rail ride, I just remembered. Yeah, we've got another special one coming up, but that's not until the end of March. I can't remember the exact date off the top of my head, but it is in the stream schedule. Well, it's not on the 3 weeks because it's beyond that, but it is like written in there. I've done like a little bit more of the schedule because at the minute, I was thinking about, that reminds me, I need to put them in the schedule as well because they have another game that they didn't publish like the way that the other ones were, but I do have a copy of it. I haven't installed it yet though. It is sitting in my downloads folder. But yeah, I do have another one of their ones to do. But I say I haven't even installed it yet. I can't remember off the top of my head what the location was. Yeah, I'll try and remember for tomorrow to try and figure out what the location was on it. But I do have another one of those VR simulations to explore. Actually, I think there might be 2. Was there not? Oh yeah, the other one was like a tech demo thing. I don't know if it was actually anything. But either way, they're all sitting in my downloads folder because I haven't installed them yet. But I'll work on that at some point. I'll try and get that into the schedule. I've tried to throw like a few more on, how the Thursday and the Sunday slots are like the random games that don't like follow the series. Like how we do, like for things like Cyberpunks and Mass Effects and what have you. I try to put like some more random games in there. So, what's it called? It's called Beyond Eyes. It's an old game. I played it through once, 100%ed it. Here we go. We're going through the next set of mountains now. So we're going to give that a go. There's also a game called Submerged coming up as well, which came out, if I remember rightly, around about the same sort of time. But they're nice, peaceful games. So we're going to do those. We're going to have a couple of weeks. I don't know if it is actually on the thing. I did put Kato back on because I don't know how far we are actually through that. But I want to try and solve some more of those puzzles because it's the best thing. Go to bed on a Sunday night with a headache. I mean, what more can you ask for? So we'll go back to Kato shortly. I probably could have had the schedule on the screen whilst we were, the post-apocalyptic headache simulator. But yeah, I want to have another go on that because I'd like to complete that game. But it seems to me like we play it like every 2 months, don't we? Or so, having a go at it. There we go. This is the we're now heading in the direction of spawn now. So I'll keep the camera facing out this way. Because we should pass the Temple of Shame, or whatever it was that I called it, in the Hut of Contemplation. You can only see a little bit of the Temple of Shame though. The hut is perfectly, we're in viewing distance of that, but you can only see a little bit of the temple on the top. But I also I wanted to get you guys' opinion, so I'll let you and Royalty fight it out. I don't know how long Cyberpunk 2077 is, and I wasn't sure if yous would want to have a break from it or not. Because I mean, I don't know how long. I don't know how long the game is. I don't know how far we are through it. I don't look at anything to do with Cyberpunk in between streams. That's why whenever we join it, I've got to like remind myself for 5 minutes what the controls were. But I wasn't sure if you wanted to. If you would want to leave that for a little while and play something else on the RPG night, because I believe I have managed to fix, I can't 100% guarantee it, but I think I fixed the memory chip on my Wii U. If you would be interested in either, well, hang on a second, we're coming up to the temple here. You can see the Hut of Contemplation there, where you are assigned the Defiler's head. And up there in the top you can see the temple, just on top of the hill there. Oh, it is actually rendering. That's not too... maybe my computer was just being awkward the other day. Yeah, bad memories. Oh, hang on, yeah. This is the new build as well. This is the 0-0 column. So each 4 of those blocks represents a 0-0. So that's just built there just to show you where 0-0 is. But as I was saying, as long as my Wii U holds out, because I haven't used it for years, so in that time, when it's been sat on the shelf underneath my television, it has been on standby for 2 of those years. I only unplugged it like a few months ago because I thought, oh, I'm never going to use it. And then I just decided that it might be fun to play either Zelda the Wind Waker, or on the Wii U as well, I have the very first Zelda game that I ever played, which was a Link to the Past. That was from the SNES. No, I did test the Wind Waker this afternoon for like half an hour, and the console didn't fail. Mind your head. I even tried to like source a replacement motherboard, but I just couldn't get one. Let's see, we're almost here at spawn now as well. So there we go. That's probably about a 25-minute trip to get here, because we started from somewhere further south. But yeah, here we are, we're at spawn. But yeah, it is just loaded with bugs. It's Cyberpunk 2077 is basically an early access game. But here we are at spawn though. There is the portal to the Nether. We have the Stargate. At the minute, I could probably take this tower down, to be honest. The reason I built this tower, if I just come up here, splat. The reason I built this tower was I had my stick in my hand and I was trying to choose where the spot. I had like the schematic and I was like tapping all over the place to choose where I was going to put the interchange in the station. And from up here I could, see the whole, region. But I will, I'll take this. There's no need for this tower. I'll tidy it away. I've seen that one pop up. I haven't looked at it yet though. But yeah, I've seen it like pop up on like the recommended things in YouTube and what have you when I'm watching different videos. But I've not actually looked at a trailer for it yet, so I don't know what that one's about. You have to check. There was another game as well. that you I was saying that you should chuck a link to a trailer into the Discord so I can have a look at it. But I can't remember what it was now. It was never one of those like survival games I think you were telling us about. But same again, I've just not had a chance to sit down and have a look at it. But as we're back at Raf, that's the one. Because I remember you were telling us about a month ago or something roughly. You're telling us about it. You've not played it for a few weeks. But anyway, we're here to spawn. I'm still not 100% sold on these. I was just, I just thought it would be just, I was bored basically, and I put these in front of here. I've heard of that one as well. I think we've raided some people that have been playing it, but I don't know. Depending on who we go to raid, I don't always like go along like to see what it is. I pretty much only go along if it's the likes of like Vaults or Jimmy. They're the only ones, or the Jam Man. Pretty much the only ones that I actually join in the raid to see what they're up to. The bigger ones and what have you, like when we're going to things like Yogscast and what have you, I never bother. But yeah, I think it was either David Blue or Thingy Day. I don't know how to pronounce her first name. It's probably something really, really simple, but I've got absolutely no idea. So it's just Thingy, begins with an F, something Day. But anyway, we have here. Yeah, you get your bonus eggs and then do a runner. That's basically it. Because the likes of them, and you've got likes of your Anitas and what have you, they don't even give you a shout out, for coming in, and unless you're another big streamer that they're not interested. Besides, like so when we go into Volta's one, I usually stick around those until the end of the stream, because I was quite liking that God of War one, and the little bits of the Little Nightmare. Was it Little Nightmare? Whatever it was he was playing the other day, I was quite liking that one. But that God of War, I stuck around through quite a few of those streams, just constantly throwing Stargate references in because it's Tilk that's doing the voice. It's like when he was shouting at his kid, and I was like typing into the comments and what have you. He was like saying his kid's name, and I was just replacing it with Ryak, like in capital letters, because it's Ryak was Tilk's son. Tilk's son Ryak was a pain in the ass, but you have to watch Stargate to fully appreciate how annoying Ryak is. But that's all I could hear in my head during that entire game was Stargate quotes from Tilk. But anyway, we'll quickly have a rummage around spawn. So we have here, of course, the melon shack. The number one place on the server to get your melons. We have 3 flavors of melons. Oh yeah, the Plague Brother. That kid needs a clip round the ear. That kid will not be told, will he? That he's going to get him and his sister killed. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity because we left it on Saturday, where he'd been captured, and that's it. She's free. But yeah, same. As I've said each time we streamed it, I've wanted to play it for years, and now finally getting to play it, I'm enjoying that. So I am looking forward to Saturday, whenever it is. I don't know what's going on. What day is it? Who are you people? Where am I? Anyway, we have here the melon shack. As I said, there is a YouTube video for this. It's like 3 minutes long because it is basically just the replay stream. We have the post office as well that we have in here. Roll T still got post. all the bits and bobs from our river streams. Yellow Guy still has post. The Simp still has post. I just happened to have this was in my inventory, and I just wanted to get rid of it. So the nether rack, I just chucked it in there. The spare box on the end. Wait, I haven't put all the scaffolding back. Oh, actually, no, the rest of that scaffolding's out there, isn't it? So yeah, we've got the post office in there. Is there anything else in there, actually? See, I need to change that because that is on the 115 server before we upgraded and deleted the Nether. But the Nether roof access is pretty much at 0 now. And I still got here the rainbow kit in exchange for 3 chicken heads. But it's a completely pointless trade because, you know, you can just get any of the wool that you want from the wool farm anyway, but it's just a bit of fun. Yeah, no, it's same for me. When did our launch? Because obviously we were using the server beforehand because actually this is new hardware that we got towards the end of last year anyway, but before that, when we were using the 4 GB hardware, at first it was Cosmic, and then after that I put the RavenCraft season 6, 5. I don't know what season, the previous season or whatever they're doing now. I put that on there. And then it was briefly the Next Clan server or whatever it was that Nova called it. And that was just for like my final like leaving episode. It was season 6, was it? Because we had that world on there. Then we had after that was the Wood Challenge server. That went on for a couple of months, and then after that was finished, that was when I then launched it as this one. Yeah, the wood one. I think I still have the backup of that wood server, you know. But yeah, this is anyway. We're wandering around here. This is my shop that I have not really stocked. This is the armory. It's supposed to sell all different types of armor, but at the minute all I have is golden pantaloons, which are have mending and unbreaking. I think I've got it on all of them. Yeah, I did. And we have flappy flappies. You purchase a flappy flappy, you get a crash helmet and a set of rockets as well. I've got little changing rooms here, you know, there's little fitting rooms where you can come in and get changed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's and I take it because I can't quite remember back from that one there. I'm guessing he probably just stood there, like stood motionless during the entire time that you were fighting it. Because I mean, it's just like that Portal 2 multiplayer stream, that was like pulling teeth. Because he would not help whatsoever. He wouldn't contribute. He just stood there whilst I was, you know, I'm trying to be sort of like upbeat and, you know, chatty and what have you. But that was the worst stream that I have ever done. That one there easily. I mean, that's why afterwards, because that was like 3 hours long. I then streamed in the garden, didn't I? I think that was my first chicken stream after that, so I had to go outside to relax. But yeah, I was the chicken stream went a lot better because I mean, that particular stream as well. It was like the most frustrating one ever, and that entire stream I had 0 viewers as well. So it was just a completely exhausting experience, and you know, nothing achieved from it. But yeah, you did all the work killing the dragon, and then he got the last pixel of health damage on it, probably by accident. He probably had a fawn's armor on or something like that. But anyway, I've shown you a little bit here in the armory store anyway. We've got the flappy flappies, the golden pantaloons. We have the storage area out the back. This texture here, I'm going to change it to something else. Because we've already got the Raspberry Pi desktop, so As much as the Windows one is nice, I'm gonna use this for something else somewhere down the line. Well, yeah, sort of. What I was wanting to do, because our second server, which at the minute has just got Cosmic running on it, I want to do the what's it called, diversity. But I ideally like the three of us to play it together to solve the puzzles. But I definitely want to give that one a go. I just haven't had time to. I know kind of what went wrong with the server as to why it kept on that particular build kept on crashing. I just haven't had time to sit and sort it out. But yeah, that's like one of those ones that I'd like to do. I'll try and see what I can do to get that sorted. But anyway, the next one on our build is Royalty Shop, though. What was it? The organisation? Yeah, the organisation station. I couldn't remember what the name of it was there for a second. Yeah, she's still got plenty of. Yeah, that's what Royalty did when she last came on, wasn't it? She made a whole load more chests, but she still hasn't changed the price. At the minute, well, she's already done this job here. At the minute, I don't have any shulkers. I've actually been quite good. I've been quite well behaved, keeping them all nice and tidy. But here, though, that is pretty much it for the world. Well, sort of the world. Actually, what we can do, I'm going to quickly nip into the shop. Yeah, you have to. You have to do. You have to get them in before it's too late. I'm going to put all of my gear in here. I'm going to set my spawn point, and then I'm just going to put that bed there. Because there is one other place on the server that we have to show off in the world tour. Ooh, I know what we can do. This'll definitely do it. Because we have to show the Stargate working, and the best way I think to do that is to go into the spawn cave. Oh, hang on, I've still got well, stake and torches, that'll be fine, as long as there's no armour that could potentially despawn. Must be getting near the top of this soon. Oh, right, when we come back as well onto the surface, we'll quickly go over to the monument over there as well. Here we go. Into the spawn cave. So this is where you appear if you don't have a bed or if it's the first time you're joining the server. I'd originally made this for Cosmic, but because we never got to use it over in Cosmic, I transferred those chunks into here. Yeah, prepare for the Discord notification. Now you can't see because it's just off screen, but the this little character here is talking to us, and it's quotes from the movie's Logan's Run, because this is my sort of like Minecraft version of Box's cave, and Box freezes people. So that's what the theme was as well along here, because this is actually all the players that we had, well, all the players that I interacted with on Cosmic, minus a couple. Because we put Royalty in here in place of a certain scumbag. So we've got these ones in here as well. I think there is actually one that needs to be removed. That one needs to be removed. Got Yellow Guy, of course, the legend that is the Yellow Guy. And then you come out into here, and this is kind of like, there's an early episode, I think it is in season 1 of, oh dear, that's a mistake. I hadn't fired it off yet, hang on. I have to kill myself again. Yes, I got too close to it. But yeah, there's an episode of SG1 where there's a power surge, and Carter and O'Neill get thrown into out of another Stargate. They think they're on an alien world, but they're actually in the Arctic. in the original Stargate, not the one that was dug up in Egypt, because that was the one that was brought here secondly, but the one in the Arctic, and it's my sort of like recreation of that. There we go. Let's try that again. Let's quickly run through the cave. So welcome, humans. I am ready for you. I'll see if I can find that clip. There's two versions of the clip. There's the theatrical version, and there's also there's another extended version of it, of the scene with Box. But if you search for Logan's Run, and I don't know, Box's Cave, or just Logan's Run and Box, you'll either get the version which is in the film, or there's a one which has the original audio dialogue, but there's no like video recording of it. So it has like an extra extended sort of like scene basically of what would have been. But yeah, another movie I would definitely recommend, 1979's Logan's Run. But yeah, here we have the Stargate. Now, to solve certain spawning issues, I had to put barrier blocks in here. But we can come in here, and we can dial the gate. And then as long as it all works, I haven't tested it for ages. There it is. So normally we need the sound effects here. Then we walk in. And there we go. Now it's spawned with the Stargate active, and that'll turn itself off in a moment. But whilst it turns itself off, we'll navigate through the maze. And we'll go get our junk back. Yeah, this way. This is the way out. You can just jump over the top of the maze. You don't necessarily have to actually go through it. Let's get all of our junk. And configure all this the way that I like it. Don't need that. Don't strictly need that. Put that there, and of course by doing the spawn thing we've got extra steak. There we go, nice and tidy. Quick snack. Right, so before we shoot off then, I'll show you the last like 2 places on this tour. So over here next to the interchange, we have our memorial that we made for Remembrance Day. It's the exact same one that I built on Cosmic, and also on an episode of my Bedrock survival series. And I don't know, I have the same problem on my Bedrock world. This monument just attracts horses for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. Is it tamed? Have I tamed it at all? Is it going to kick me? Or does it like me? You don't have to do anything else to tame them, do you? You just have to sit on them a few times? Or did you have to feed them apples? I can't remember. Or was that something in a previous version of Minecraft Memories? Nope, just keep sitting on them until they submit. Is it going to kick me off, or does it like me? Or you feed them apples to make it quicker. I didn't spot the things coming out of it, but that shouldn't despawn now. I'll take it back to my base at some stage down the line. But there we go. That's our monument. And there's one last thing that I will show. I know. We'll go back in a minute and we'll check that. Was it last week? I put some extra arrows dotted around here, just to help with the navigation here in the. Because all these different routes here go between our 3 main bases. So if I go along here, there you go. I suspended these arrows from the ceiling here as well. See through there. I think this is the last one. Yep. Oh, missed. Oh, no. That's above lava as well. Alright, let's risk it. He done that like hit the walls really hard. Yeah, up here as well, we have our gold farm, which is feeding the rail network. But yeah, I'll have to come back here. I came here like I logged on for 10 minutes last night after the stream, just to come and mend my gear, and it's not doing too bad, I don't think, considering how far we've travelled around today. Let's just pop that in there. But yeah, that's the gold / XP farm. And what we'll do is we'll quickly nip back to where that horse is. See, I wasn't sure if you needed a saddle on it or something before. yeah, the rotten flesh is feeding your addiction to the to emeralds from the villager trades. Right, let's see. There is there's quite a lot of this network here, which is on which goes goes to all of our bases. But let's oops. Alright, yep, so this one must like us, so I just need to come back with a saddle. I don't know if I've got one in my fancy chest, though. I might do. But one thing we'll do as well, let's trigger the Stargate here to end it as well. Actually, I know what we'll do. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do this manually. And not press my other magic button. Nope, wrong button again. There we go. So, because what we'll do is we'll end it there. We were going to go. I was going to travel up like to the other bases, like yours and royalties, but we've gone on way longer than what I thought it was going to be. It might have something to do with some madman subjecting us to a half an hour's train ride, but I don't know what happened there. But tonight, we have a choice of Yogscast playing Minecraft, but of course it says Twitch plays, or we have Angry Joe playing Little Nightmares 2. So, where which one would you like to get your bonus eggs from today? Would have got the Yogscast for playing Minecraft, yeah. So yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll press that button there now. So, well, I hope you enjoyed that tour thing there. As you know, at some point when we have more of the rail network built, we'll do some more riding on the rails. Yeah, he did say at the end of his stream yesterday that he might have been streaming today, but unfortunately, he's either not on or I've missed him. I don't know. I don't recall getting a notification on me watch. I don't think that was a storm there. I don't remember getting a notification on my watch to say that he was streaming. Also, maybe he's taking the night off. But I've no doubt we'll be able to hop into in later on. Ooh. The storm's getting worse, isn't it? Alright, but we'll hop into his later in the week. It's like you were saying earlier on, I prefer to go to, likes of theirs. I haven't had a chance to jump into any of Zelda's for absolutely ages because when she goes live, it's either A, when we're just sitting down to have my tea, or B, it's just as I'm getting into bed. So it's been ages since I last had a chance to lurk in some of their streams. yeah, too late for Grandpa Chrissy. But yeah, tomorrow though we will be back with George Stobart, and oh, that storm's. See, this is the only time where that trident is useful. But yeah, we're back with George Stobart tomorrow, and Nico. Where exactly did we leave them? They were in Rome, weren't they? And there was that like really creepy priest, wasn't there? And he had a package that we have to pinch off him, because we must have to get that package somehow. Maybe we'll get Nico to dress up as a nun again. But yeah, we'll continue that story tomorrow. I don't know how far we are through that story, because much like Cyberpunk, I do nothing with the game like in between the streams. I don't want any spoilers, so I've not done any research into where it is or how far we are through the game. I've got absolutely zero idea. But yeah, we probably would have been a lot further on if we hadn't have got like stuck on that one bit last week, because we just couldn't get the right dialogue. We knew what we had to do, but we couldn't get it was like a struggle to get that right line of dialogue to pop. But anyway, I'll send you over to, as long as they're still streaming by the time my ramblings are finished, I'll send you over to it was Yogscast, you said, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm just looking up in the chat there. As long as they're still online, I'll send you over to there. So for now, thanks for watching. We're gonna dial the gate and quickly get there before it's too late. And that's where we'll close for today. As I said, next week we won't be on the server. We're going to be playing some Bedrock Edition, playing some Jurassic World. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.